morning, and welcome back to another episode of training to become the best powerlifter and student ever. Today is March 27th, and I got 10 hours of sleepless nights, so I'm actually feeling alive. I had an 8.5 hour shift yesterday, which killed me, plummeted. I work in customer service, so it's kind of laborious. I don't know what it was. Normally I'm not that drained after the shifts, but I died. So got a lot to do today. I have a quiz today at 4 p.m. that I have not started studying for. Luckily I reviewed a lot of the material last week, so today I am praying on my long-term memory that it'll all just come flooding back to me if I review it properly. Doing that, actually going to campus today. I'm like debating on whether I should drive or not, because I'm like, I should save money, but it's also like snowstorming out there, and like part of me does not want to walk or bus in it. And I'm staying on campus kind of late today because I need to study and things like that. The goal is to become the K-Chung of computer science, guys. I think I can do it. I'm basically her. I'm Korean, so we're basically the same person. I'm gonna finish getting ready, show you the fit, and then we'll go to campus. My hair low-key just looks like a big mullet today, but I'm not gonna do anything to it because I have to go and I'm lazy. Methinks this is the fit for today. I also have my second ever powerlifting meet on Saturday. Today is Thursday, so I'm gonna be putting that in here. So we're training to become the best student and the best powerlifter. So a nice balanced life. I also have finals in 2 weeks, but I need to start studying now or I will be absolutely screwed. That's why we're staying on campus for a long time today. Okay, I just got to campus. So we're going to up to the student union building right now and then find a place to study until about 12:30 because that's when I am meeting Grace. Bro, are you actually joking? Look at the... Grace is back.
Someone was literally brushing their teeth so hard in the bathroom they gagged.
So Grace is in class now, and now I'm going to lock in again. So K-Chung era coming out part 2. Like I kind of said earlier, we are in the dentistry building. Update, I wrote the quiz. It did not go very well. But it's okay because there's another one next week. And then the final, which I will obviously get 100 on. Anyways, I'm with Seth and Rahul. We're gonna go get food. And I also want to explore this building because it's like a University Commons building and it's brand new. I'm gonna gatekeep it. If you're watching and you go to the EVAA, you're not allowed here. It's just for me. Okay, so this is lock-in session number 3. I don't know, I feel like I haven't really been very locked in for most of them, so maybe this is my time. Maybe this is the time to lock in. Rahul's already locked in, so. Good morning, it's currently March 29th, and I didn't really film yesterday because I basically hung out with John. We hadn't seen each other in like a week or so spent a lot of time with him, which was really fun. And then today is my second ever powerlifting meet. I'm super excited. So I woke up quite early to get ready, so I had like plenty of time to make my way to the venue because it's quite far from my house. It's snowing pretty bad, so, or like it was snowing before, so hopefully the roads are fine now. Yeah, I'm about to go make some breakfast, not eat it yet. Gonna eat after my way in, but I think we're gonna head to the venue nice and slowly. So about to start bench squats went. I'll explain more later because I gotta go and just pee, so see you. Future Debbie will explain what happened. Hello, so it is many hours later, just currently 10 p.m. Basically went to John's after the meet and I slept at his house, so we both took a fat nap. Since it's still the day of the meet, I thought I would take some time and reflect a little bit on how the meet went. The meet did not go exactly how I wanted it to. So I'm both proud and disappointed in myself. I am proud of myself because I qualified for provincials and regionals, so I'm very excited to go to those. Provincials is in Edmonton this year, and then regionals is in Nanaimo. I am also proud of myself because my squat opener was a good good like 7.5 kilos above my last attempt at my last meet, and then my bench and deadlift openers were my last attempts of last meet. So in that sense, made a lot of progress. So for this meet, I went 5 out of 9, which means that I successfully completed 5 out of 9 lifts. If you're unfamiliar with powerlifting, we get 3 attempts on each event: squat, bench, and deadlift. I was pretty, like, up to the meet, I was feeling like decently good. I think my like kind of mini cut and like fasting before the meet threw me off a little bit, but for squat, I successfully completed 95 kilograms, and then for bench, I successfully completed 50 kilograms for my last attempt, and then for deadlifts, I successfully completed 105 kilograms. So that brings my total to 105. Wait, what? No, what? 50 plus 95 plus 105. 250 kilos, which last meet I totaled 235. That sounds right? Yes, 235. So I added 15 kilos onto my total. I was hoping to reach a total of around 270-ish, but because I failed my second and third squat attempts, and I failed my last bench attempt, and I failed my last deadlift attempt, it just wasn't there that day. So I think we're gonna break down a little bit as to why that happened and why I'm both proud but disappointed in myself. But it's okay, bro. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I talked about it a little bit on a couple of the episodes. I was cutting for a little bit. So, and then I kind of gave up halfway through the cut. It just wasn't working, you know? I was kind of like disappointed in myself because I did only successfully do 5 lifts, and at last meet I went 9 out of 9. So kind of sucked to go 5 out of 9 when I went 9 out of 9 last time, but there were definitely a ton of factors that went into this meet, and I think overall I just learned like a ton. Like, I'm very grateful for this experience. Like, so basically I failed my second and third attempt squats, and I kind of had a little epiphany, you know. I was talking to my friends because honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I was bummed out. I was very bummed out. And so I was trying to cheer myself up. And I kind of came to this conclusion that even though I did fail the squats, first of all, now I have videos of me failing to make awesome reels in the future of me successfully lifting it. Hopefully when I do lift it, that I'm happy that it happened at this meet and not at provincials, because now I can take what I know from why I failed, because it wasn't a strength issue, it was more of a technique issue. Basically, kind of halfway through my prep, I switched to low bar, and my low bar has been pretty inconsistent. I have not fully gotten it down, and then during this meet I had it sitting on my upper traps, and so it very much felt more of a high bar because I didn't feel the lift off was lighter. I barely felt anything in my wrists, and I felt a lot of pressure in my back, and that happens on high bar, so it was very similar to a high bar squat. My high bar is much weaker than my low bar, but it was bar placement, so that was a technique issue on that front, but now we know, you know? So I also thought I wasn't gonna make weight, so the day before, so yesterday, I stopped eating at 5 p.m. and I was basically trying to stick to my macros as best as possible the last like 3 to 4 days, but I also ended up eating quite a few less calories unintentionally. I did not mean to, but I was also afraid to overeat, so I think that definitely impacted my performance and stuff like that. Also, I hope this does not just sound like excuses, bro. These are just things that like I have learned. I think they're important to learn, and I think it's important to talk about what kind of went wrong, you know, because it's awesome to succeed, and I really wanted to. I kind of was going into the meet thinking I would get 9 out of 9 lifts, all white lights and stuff like that, but it just didn't happen, and there were just a bunch of factors. But now that I know what kind of caused these things, I can implement them into the next meet, which I am very excited. I'm honestly very, very excited to implement all these things into my training and work on my nutrition and stuff like that. And so I'm just kind of excited, like, overall on what's to come. Another one though, at least my hair looked cute. Overall, I'm still proud and disappointed. I'm not gonna pretend that I'm like crazy happy this happened. I'm very grateful. I think that's like a better way of describing it. I'm very grateful to learn my mistakes and recover from them, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bummed out, man. I'm a little bit bummed out, but I really appreciate everyone's support. If you watched the live stream, thank you very much. If you are my family and friends who came, thank you very much for coming. I really appreciate it more than anything, like truly from the bottom of my heart. I am very lucky and I'm very grateful to have so much support in my life. I think I'm very excited for Provs. We got 2 months until provincials and then Westerns is in October. Until then, I promise you, I will continue to train to be the best powerlifter, the best student, the best person I can try to be, and I hope you do the same. I think that's kind of all for now. If you want to see a little more in-depth meet recap, it'll probably be on my Instagram. But otherwise, thanks so much for watching. See you guys next week.